Ξημέρωσε ξανά κι η μέρα που περνά
ανάποδη σου βγαίνει και πονά.
Πάντα χαμογέλαγες και τώρα καταργέσαι. Σμίξε τα χυλάκια, μη βαριέσαι.
Και
σφύριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής. Μια φάρσα είναι η ζωή, πολύ καλά στημένη, κι ο θάνατος γελάει και περιμένει. Ό,τι βαραίνει πέτατο και στη σκηνή υποκλείσου, χαμογέλασε στο θεατή σου. Σφύριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής.
με τις γυναίκες ήσουνα πάντα ο σούπερ γκούφι και τώρα σε φωνάζουνε μαγκούφι. Κι αν όλες σε αφήσανε, σε κυνηγάει μια, η αιώνια η καντεμιά.
Στήριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής.
Κι αν σε κλείσει η τράπεζα μες στη φυλακή, κάθε μέρα θα είναι Κυριακή. Μη σε νοιάζει, όλα θα είναι πληρωμένα. Αχ, να με μαζεύανε και μένα.
Στήριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής.
Όλα στη ζωή σου είναι δανεικά, χαμογέλα φέρσου ευγενικά. Μην το γρουσουζεύεις, σκέψου θετικά, όλα στη ζωή είναι σκατά.
Σφύριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής. Κι όταν η παράσταση κλείσει τελικά, όλα μοιάζουν με βεγγαλικά. Η ζωή κι ο θάνατος είναι θεατρίνη και γελούν από το καμαρίνι.
Όχι καναρίνι, καμαρίνι.
Θοδωρή, άμα δεν ξέρω να σφυράνομαι, τι δηλαδή.
Στήριξε χαρούμενα μπορείς. Δες τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής.
Ποια είναι η φωτεινή, ρε παιδιά?
Παιδιά, μην τρελαίνεστε. Από το τίποτα ερχόμαστε, στο τίποτα πηγαίνουμε. Μία ή άλλη είναι.
Σιγά ο φιλόσοφος να μου.
Αλλάζει το πράγμα. Τώρα μάλιστα. Βλέπω τη φωτεινή πλευρά της ζωής.
Παπάρια.
Τι έγινε, ρε παιδιά?
A very warm welcome to you all, wherever you are, to today's edition of Unlocked SK, the original interactive talk show, broadcasting to you live from our micro-streaming studio here on the beautiful island of Corfu in very sunny Greece. And as well as broadcasting live on Facebook, you can also find us on our website, which is www.StudioKerkyra.com, or the video platform that is Vimeo.com, and of course good old YouTube and Twitter, and now Twitter's Periscope. And should you like what you see and hear, please like us, the programme, and our page. And if you'd be so kind as to follow us, you'd get the heads up for whenever we do a broadcast. And, of course, share us amongst your friends, because we all like a bit of sharing. And to bring you this digital broadcast across the internet today, I'm very pleased to say we have the help and assistance of our wonderful producer, Claire Haas, who will be answering all your comments on Facebook Live Messenger and taking those elusive calls from you on Skype. And, of course, no broadcast would be quite complete without the one and only Thomas Haas. Hello, Thomas, and how are you today?
Nicely. Hello, hi, Adrian. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for watching. It's episode 21 of Unlocked, SK Unlocked Corfu, and we got great weather here again. But thank you so much. I hope you guys had all a fantastic weekend. I mean, we had a great weekend. We enjoyed the weather here, didn't we?
We certainly did. We had wonderful weather, and wasn't it wonderful to see the return of Formula One with the Austrian Grand Prix from the Red Bull Ring? A place where
what
you
a
know
race,
well,
wasn't it?
Wasn't it just?
Great,
yes.
What fantastic. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. Of course, because it was in Austria too, so I can't lie there, can I?
No, and the setting I thought was particularly beautiful. Just every now and again brought back memories of Brands Hatch. I don't know why, but it just did. I personally, Thomas, was pleased to see McLaren making a podium finish in third place after the last few years of miserable seasons. They're back in the driving seat, kind of thing. But yes, it was an exciting race, and it's great to have Formula One back. And also, on that note, it's looking good for the rest of the season, touch wood, because the British government have relented with the quarantine, so the Formula One teams can go back to the UK, which means Silverstone is looking on the cards for August. So that's great, isn't it?
Oh, that's exciting. I'm totally excited. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in again. So if you have anything you want us to know, or you want to comment on anything we talk about here in the show, don't hesitate. Comment live now here while we on air with the comment box, or send us an email to inbox@StudioKerkyra.com. But a lot of things happened over the weekend, and it looks like the holiday season is starting. And thanks for logging on, everybody. But where are we today? Today we're still in HQ in Notos, but we got fantastic footage because Aid and me been out earlier today, and we had to get you a little bit of from the area. And this is just a 5 minutes drive from us here at the HQ. And let's see where we are. And here we are.
That is beautiful.
And that's Boukari. And Boukari is what a fantastic place it is. And we quite enjoyed it there, didn't we?
We certainly did. There's a fabulous taverna there. Well, actually, there's quite a few, but the Boukari taverna, I think that's what it's called.
Boukari Beach Restaurant.
That's the one, sorry. Run by the fabulous Nico, and he's extremely helpful, lovely lady helper. I don't know her name, but by gosh, she is lovely.
Oh, it's great.
Just to keep you up to date, because we promised we would, we actually went past 4 or 5 tavernas today, all of which were open. I have to say, sadly, one of them wasn't adhering to the new regulations without the masks, but the others all were.
The others straight.
Yeah, exactly. So if you don't feel comfortable by being served by someone who isn't wearing a mask or wearing gloves and maintaining the new COVID-19 protocol, shall we say, just simply go somewhere else, because we can assure you you've got plenty of choice.
Oh yes, you too. And let me update you today for a little bit more windy, and we had a couple of raindrops. For around 20-30 minutes we had rain here. You can see the clouds in the background, and it's still a little bit cloudy. So today's weather is cloudy today here, but 29 degrees. The wind is coming from north-northeast with 10 miles an hour. Humidity is 52%. Visibility 10.7 kilometers. What is still great.
It is indeed, and it's still quite a warm one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you can see in the distance, that's the mainland of Greece. I mean, the UV index is 5, and the beautiful sunset on this beautiful island of Corfu is happening this evening again, like it does every evening, at 9:09.
Well, we hope so, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
we hope so. But what a fantastic, it was raining, but it was still a great day.
It was, and it only lasted for about 20 minutes, and it was hardly a downpour. But the other extraordinary thing is, when it does rain on this beautiful island, it doesn't take long to go away and dry up, because now, looking out from HQ, you'd never know it had rained in the first place.
Exactly, that's the point, and here you can
there
see
we
that's
go,
the
look at
thing.
that.
Yeah, you like that one, isn't
I
it?
like that shot because that just shows you how beautiful it is, especially if you're lucky enough to have access to a boat, because I'm sure
yeah.
seeing this island from boat, it's something else.
Oh yes, definitely. And let me say hello to all our wonderful friends, followers and viewers. Here it goes. Julie Cam is saying, hi guys, flights from the UK. Get the go-ahead from the 15th of July. Yes, we know, we're all excited about it, but you got a little bit more news we're going to talk in a minute.
A caveat.
Margaret, yeah, that's going to be interesting, man. Margaret Black, hi everybody. A sunny day here in Durham. A lovely opening today with beautiful music. Yeah, we're being a little bit cheeky here, but hey, Stuart.
But we do believe in always looking on the bright side of life.
Of course, that's our motto, definitely.
Yeah.
And Stuart Maron is saying, hi guys, well, it's good news for us Brits today from the Greek government. They letting us in from the 15th of July. Sarah Roseman, hi to you all. Hope you had a nice lunch. Greetings from a sunny but windy Kent. See, I told you the pictures. But what great, what can you do? Pierre Towers is saying Kalispera. Kalispera to you, Pierre. Margaret Johnston, hi everybody. Hope you're all well. Jackie Cherry is saying hello. And there's much more coming in. Johan Tini van Zanden is saying hello, happy we are back in Corfu, we are in Benitez. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you have a fantastic holiday and maybe we even run into each other or
That would
we can
be
meet.
fantastic.
You never know.
Absolutely. If you see one of our vehicles on the road emblazoned with the SK logo, please flag us down because we are really itching, very keen to talk to any of our wonderful viewers and followers.
Yes, definitely. And but we're enjoying that. Man, Stuart Mahoney is saying we have sunshine and showers in Middleborough today.
Okay, well, I like the sunshine.
Yeah,
Hope
me
you
too.
dodged the showers.
But we had the same. We had a little bit of rain,
Bit
sunshine,
like
and
April,
clouds,
really.
and we was out, and I had the van open, and we heard from the distance. You know, we were away 5 minutes drive, and all of a sudden the thunder. Remember?
Yes,
Oh
we
no!
did. Yes, but
So,
no
but-
worries, all is well.
Yeah, Margaret Johnston. My daughter's flight on the 23rd of July was cancelled today. EasyJet from Gatwick. We're gonna get into that one because
Yes.
EasyJet, we got some other things in from EasyJet. And Mark Petterich is saying they opened the pubs back up Saturday. Now a case of the virus in Gosport pub already.
Oh,
Can't
no.
see us getting. I can see us getting locked down again. Hope you're all well, guys. Yes, Mark,
Thank
nice
you.
to hear from you. Thanks for writing in. Steve Bowers, hi from myself and Sue from a sunny Manchester.
Oh,
Feeling
great.
happy with today's news. I know everybody.
Good one, Steve.
Everybody
and
is
Sue.
going with today's news. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Super Saturday was the day that the pubs and restaurants and bars opened in the United Kingdom. I do believe at some unearthly hour, for me, of course, that is, at 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't imagine whether there were many takers for that early morning pint, but apparently it went off relatively successful. There was a few problems in parts of London, I do believe, but nothing like people were doomsdaying about before. According to the Sunday People, they took in a staggering £210 million, would you believe, over the bars over the weekend.
Yeah, I
That's quite
I
a
saw
lot,
I
isn't
saw
it?
the pictures. It is quite when you looked at into the newspapers and you saw this about Soho.
Oh,
I mean,
that was that was nasty.
That
Scary.
was really
yes,
bad.
I did see that one and a few others. Borough Market was another one. I mean, it's great that the pubs and bars and restaurants are open. I would say that most of them have got very comprehensive systems in place against COVID-19. Some are operating a one-way system. They have perspex screens. The staff are all wearing head shields and gloves, and everything is being constantly disinfected. So, I mean, touch wood, so far so good there.
But they're doing very well now. I was surprised. Okay, you see the odd one out where
Yes,
they do nothing. They think, nothing gonna happen. That's all just a hoax, or just, fake news with this virus. But you know what? The majority is taking it very, very serious. They know they need their business here. They know they need the tourism here. And that's what it is all about. And they keeping to the rules. And we have to say that. We have to highlight that. And
Absolutely.
I'm actually quite proud driving around today with you. And
Yes,
we
that was
see
good,
really
wasn't it?
95% are keeping to the rules and do what they were told to keep themselves and the holidaymakers safe. So everything is being done here. And there is over to the news to you what they're saying, 15th of July. That's the date. And here I'm getting in from Lynn O'Hara already at least my kids and grandkids can visit me here on Corfu, and that's something nice, isn't it?
That's fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Just quickly going back to the UK and Super Saturday, the Minister for Culture and Sport, Oliver Dowden, has proclaimed the British summer of sport is back on. It's not just pubs, bars and restaurants that opened up. You were able to get married for the first time. I do believe a couple struck the knot 1 minute past midnight. That was keen and quick, wasn't it? International football is back on the agenda, as is golf and snooker. Apparently darts and horse racing are expected to join them soon, and you'll be very pleased to know that film and TV production can start again as well.
Yeah, and it's a lot of things starting again. What is actually a good sign, isn't it?
Oh, it is a good sign.
If it's good for everybody, that's another thing. But that's what we here for, to discuss and talk through a little bit, because you got more
just,
out there.
Just one more point that I forgot to say. Ordering a drink and food in an English pub seems to be now by mobile app. They're also employing the use of a QR scanner. So that's quite a novelty, really, I suppose.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But a good idea.
No, I mean, everything is going to be safe. But when we spoke earlier, you read something, the statement of the Prime Minister Mitsotakis.
I did, yes. Kyriakos Mitsotakis gave quite a wide-ranging interview over the weekend to the Financial Times. Yes, he's indicating that the 15th of July would be start date, but he did add a caveat that if there was a spike in cases in either countries, he would review that. But he's quite happy with the random testing that he's saying he's doing, and he's very impressed that they've developed their own complicated algorithm that apparently allows the Greeks to identify those tourists who get screened on arrival. I'm not quite sure how that works, but the testing has been coming into place for the last 2 months, he said, and only a very small proportion have tested positive.
Yeah.
He's also suggesting that the summer season 2021 might well be extended into October and possibly even November. So that's an interesting sign. In this same interview, he's going on about how he wishes to reposition the Greek economy a bit. This is in keeping with one of our good friends and followers and contributors in North London there, Nikos Libros, who suggested this weeks ago to us on Lockdown SK. The Greek Prime Minister wants to reposition the Greek economy more to focus on a green transition and a digital transition.
Okay.
He also pointed out that last year, 2019, would you believe Greece received 33 million tourists? Wow, that's quite a figure, isn't it? I mean, there's no way it's going to match that this year, and he's well aware of that fact.
I mean, they're even concerned there's not even going to be half of that this year.
No, that is correct. Yes, I've heard that as well. He also expressed a little bit of doubt about the €750 billion coronavirus emergency fund, a recovery fund. He's saying that Greece will not accept strict conditions like they did with the Troika back during the dark days of the Greek debt crisis. He says, quote, "Greeks have matured a lot and we want to do our own reforms." Well, that's fair enough.
That's fair enough, yeah, when this is going on. But, I mean, they say the 15th. But in the end, when you look now from his statement there, it's not sure, is it?
No, it's not. It's not set in stone. And he had no hesitation to say that they would change that instantly if there was a nasty spike in cases. So I guess, folks, it's a date to keep an eye on. Keep your eyes open for the news. One point following on from one of our viewers' points there, Thomas, she said, I think it was Margaret Johnson, that her daughter had her flight cancelled on the 23rd of July.
Yeah.
On the face of it, that's a surprise. But then I think back to what EasyJet said a few weeks ago when they weren't expected to have any flights to Corfu until the 30th of July. One thing that the Greek Prime Minister did say, which surprised me, he reckoned that for the first 2 weeks, once they start allowing UK visitors to arrive to this beautiful place, they would have to fly direct to Athens first for the first 2 weeks. That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether that actually happens, I don't know, but that's what he's indicating.
But this is where they want to do a random testing.
Random testing, absolutely. And, of course, he's got his special algorithm. So hopefully that will work out all right.
So here I'm saying hello to Ian, to Paul Fern. He's saying, I up from Pelpa. Love the Greek version of Monty Python's.
I up. Oh, great. Nice one.
Okay, did I say this right? Cool. Cassie Duckworth is saying, hi from a sunny and beautiful Rhoda. Hope you're all
Kathy.
well. Yes, we are. And then here, Margaret Black Boukari, my favorite place for swimming. Yes.
Well done. Yes,
and it is.
We saw a few swimmers today, didn't we? A good half a dozen of them enjoying frolicking in the water. The waters looked absolutely crystal clear, really clean, and there was that beautiful hue of turquoise floating
have a
around,
look.
wasn't there? Look at
I mean, that's it. I mean, you can't do. I mean, Boukari Beach restaurant. They
Great
are
place.
great. What a great place. What great people these are.
They
And
certainly are.
look at that beauty. I'm just so stunned. We are really privileged when you look at that.
We're extremely lucky. And there we are. That just shows you how you can eat so close to the sea, doesn't it?
Oh,
What
it's brilliant.
What a setting. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it's great. Let me say hello to Penny. Penny is saying, my daughter wants to book a flight to Volos, Greece. Will she be able to go via Poland, then on the Thessaloniki Volos with her UK passport? I mean, I can't see why
that's a
not,
good
because
question.
there's people with their English cars here already,
are.
and they came via Bulgaria, no?
Absolutely. They've come to Greece and Corfu via various different means, actually. But Bulgaria has certainly been one of them. Frankfurt was another. Poland, Dzień dobry to all our Polski friends. You may well do. I'm afraid don't quite know the answer to that one. We could try and find out for you.
Oh, no, definitely. But I know people are coming in, and there's transport companies bringing goods from the UK over, and they are all driving. And so
Indeed,
David
yes.
Jackson today with the animal transport, he's on his way back
Oh, is
from the UK here to
Oh, that's a
Greece,
good
to
sign.
Corfu. So, yes, and I saw English-plated cars here already,
We have,
and
yes.
camper vans. So they are coming. You can definitely drive on UK passport. You're going to fill in the paperwork to the test on the border and let them know where you go. And that's all what is necessary. And it works. It's happening.
Yes, that's great, isn't it?
It's fantastic. But there is so many messages coming in, guys. Thank you so much. Angie Driscoll is saying, hi from Angie and Andy in Bladones. We are sitting on our balcony with a cheeky drink or two.
Don't blame you. How
No.
lovely.
And Michaela is saying hi from sunny Philae. So, don't know where that is. But hey, Melita
Hi.
is saying hi. I have flights to Athens, so should be okay.
Yes, you should indeed.
Oh, great. No, and there's so much good news coming out of the whole thing. So, guys, it's so great. If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate. Just write into us now here live, and we do our utmost best to answer the questions. If we don't know, we're going to find the answer, or one of our viewers, our followers, for sure have the answer ready. But there it's going. Margaret Johnson, hello Sandra Reckli, welcome abroad. So that's great. So guys, no, it's great. Charlie is saying, can finally relax and look forward to getting back to Corfu on the 23rd.
Absolutely, and we would welcome you with open arms.
Oh yes, we do. But here, when I look up a little bit further, I got somebody wants to chase us down. Oh, Pierre is here. We'll be hunting you down in September when I get there. So that's great.
We look
Thank
forward
you,
to being
Pierre.
hunted down, Pierre. Great stuff.
Oh, that's
yes.
fantastic. Loving it. But, guys, there is so much to tell. One thing is, and this is one question what came in, it's saying, I applied for an EasyJet refund on the 5th of May, and I have still not got any answer.
That's
Anybody
not
else
good.
having this problem?
Well, some have, but we've also heard from some of our viewers who have actually received a full refund from EasyJet. So they are doing them. They are holding their word. All I could suggest is keep trying. I don't know about phoning them, but certainly bombard them with emails. You should get some sort of positive response.
Yeah, normally. But, when you hear nothing from
That's
a
not
company
good, is it?
that big.
No, that's not good.
And they're always saying, they're always talking clever how good they are with their customer service and everything, and then you got something like that going on when you're saying that's the 5th of May.
Yes, that's a long time.
That's a
ago
long
now.
time,
It
and
is.
you're not getting any answer.
No.
But stay there, be persistent, and follow that up. Don't let them get away with it.
Absolutely not. Can I just say hello to a viewer that we never had one before? That's why I want to say hello to Angeliki Fakiolas, who, would you believe, was viewing us on Friday all the way from Habana, Cuba.
Ooh.
Now, that's exciting, and what an island Cuba is. Almost as amazing and beautiful as Corfu. Almost.
Almost. Yeah, I got out of that one nicely, didn't you?
Well, I have to be fair, it is a fantastic island, and buenos dias to all our Spanish-speaking friends.
Yes, that definitely. That's so great to see you from all over the globe to watch us and care about this beautiful island of Corfu. I mean, we made the progress. When the whole thing started with lockdown on the 15th of March with us here was quite crazy, and the uncertainty what's gonna happen. And now over the last 3 months, we were praying, of course, to get the tourism back. The island needs the tourism. Absolutely. The island needs the business. But if it's in a controlled and responsible manner, safe, then that's okay. And so far, what we have to knock wood. They're taking it serious. The only one, a couple of complaints I heard now from people came out from Corfu Town.
Okay, I did see a rather scary picture published at the weekend. At the end of June, it said. I don't know when that exactly was, but it was throbbing, I should say, or thronging with holidaymakers in the Liston, which was no social distancing going on whatsoever.
Not at all. And when you look at all the coffee shops there, it doesn't seem like they moved their tables an inch. This looks the same as it looked last year. Yeah. And I know a lot of people who say, no, you know what, if I can avoid Corfu Town, I will. So there's a little bit of...
I mean, that's a shame, because it's a beautiful World Heritage UNESCO
fantastic
site.
Town.
Yes, and also on that subject here, I must share you some news. Our wonderful dearest friend Lavinia, Vinnie to her friends, told the world on Facebook today that her 2 friends were driving in past Goritza Bay, and guess what they saw today, this morning, Thomas? 2 jumping dolphins. Isn't that wonderful? Goritza Bay this morning.
That's old friends of, they just go and do work.
Yes, that's right.
And they got so stunned because they haven't seen that for a long time. Stopped and saw them. So there were dolphins jumping around in Goritza Bay, where you normally see all the sailboats.
Yes, exactly. There's been other sightings at Patriti, would you believe, and Boukari, where we were just earlier on today, and Agni and Barbati, apparently, in the old days. So dolphins seem to be making a return to these wonderful shores. That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, and there you see what that lockdown did for Mother Nature.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible, man. Yesterday we were sitting, Claire and me, and looked out the living room, and Claire said all of a sudden, what is this blue thing here in the flying? What is that? What is that? And it was a beautiful, big, blue butterfly.
Now that's a sore subject to some people. We love butterflies, and we make no apologies for saying so, because they're all like God's creatures, absolutely beautiful and wonderful. And the life of a butterfly must be a bit of a hard one. And they're, fantastic creatures to look at, and part of the ecosystem, very important. But I don't know whether this is correct, though, Thomas. The word dolphin in Greek, am I right in thinking that it's Delphinia?
You asking the right person, man.
I say that because...
I think so. I think you're right, Delphinia.
Which then explains why these hotels are called Delphinia hotels, I'd guess.
Probably, yeah. Well spotted, Sherlock.
Steady. No, more like his dumber cousin, I think, actually. But,
but hey, man, I'm getting great news in here. Paul Dew is writing in. Hi, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. He said, now that's great, because that just relates what I'm said here about the refund from EasyJet. He said, I had my EasyJet flight from early June credited today. Be patient.
Great, that's very good advice. Well done, thanks.
That's a good one. Yes, so we know now it works. We know now people are getting their money back. So thank you, Paul, for writing that in. Margaret Johnson, my refund from March came through couple of weeks ago. Here's another one.
That's
so
right.
that's great.
We read that one out. So I'm pretty sure you will get your refund from EasyJet when they get their finger out, I guess.
Yeah, we see, and Richard Zebedee is saying hello from sunny Bournemouth today. Hi, Richard, nice to see you again. Like your pictures of Elvis he's posting. He got some very, very good pictures there, man.
He has indeed a treasure trove. He's been to Graceland at least twice, I think. I mean, what a loyal fan Richard Zebedee is to Elvis. That's fantastic.
Yeah, great. No, I'm loving it. And here is Margaret Johnson is coming in saying, seen dolphins a few times in Barbati.
Yes.
You know Barbati.
I do. I love Barbati Beach. It's a fantastic place. I was lucky enough to stay in Gliffer a few times over the past years, and Barbati is great. We hope to feature it in a little clip coming up at sometime in the future. You never know. Watch this space, as they say.
Watch that space, because we are working on something very, very exciting. It's all of you who can't come on holiday this year. They had it cancelled, or they decided, we're gonna go next year. We got a special surprise for you in store, and that's gonna be great. We're working very, very hard on that, and I think we can pull that off, aren't we?
Of course we can, yes.
We try our best, of course.
Absolutely, we're right in the middle of something, and hopefully it will be something special to bring you a little bit of live Corfu.
Yes, that would be great, just to get you over that period you can't come, Yes. Well, you spoke with Steve Ford today, and Steve is quite a little bit depressed, isn't he?
Thomas, yes, because it's the first time so far he hasn't been able to come this point in the year to his beloved Corfu, his second home. He's lucky enough to own a second home here, and he's saying that if he doesn't make it this year, it'll be the first time in over 30 years that he's failed to come to this beautiful island. However, he also reminded everybody, you know what I'm going to say, that his wonderful book about Corfu villages, split into 3 parts, Corfu North, Corfu Central and Corfu South, are still available for electronic downloads on Amazon.com, where all the proceeds go to Corfu charities. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ford is a genuine, honest man, and if he says they go to Corfu charities, they do indeed.
Oh, he's done so much for them over the years.
He's a great man, great person, and it's great to be buying a book about your Corfu villages, knowing that the proceeds are going to such good causes.
Yeah, and it's great to have him as a friend.
Absolutely. He's still, touching wood, fingers crossed and all the rest of it, hoping to come to this beautiful island in September, hopefully for 3 weeks.
So September, there we're gonna see, and then we're gonna bring him to you, but we have to have another interview with him.
Absolutely.
And he can tell us then more, especially about the Corfu villages.
Absolutely, and the cricket. My gosh, wasn't he good? Wasn't he good at commentating that cricket match?
Oh, fantastic!
Yes,
fantastic! What a lovely day that was, and there we hope to we can bring you a little bit more of Corfu cricket, of course. But here I got now a question to your answer. Georgios Zoras is writing in. Thank you, Georgios. Delfini is singular and Delfinia the plural.
Oh,
now you know it.
Now I know. Thank you very much, Georgios. I'm not very good with my Greek, as you probably know that by now, but I'm very up for lessons, so please keep guiding me. That would be great. Yes, good one.
Great, and that's the beauty, being interactive with you guys, because if we don't know something, we tell you honestly, and you can let us know, and we all learn, and we learn more and more about this beautiful island.
Totally, every day that we're here, yes, and this is why it is your digital platform, and that's a marvellous example of how it and why it works, so we can all inform each other of things all across the globe. Isn't it incredible?
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. So I'm just looking here because I got you the let's do that one. So does people know where we are? We in Boukari, and that's what you see here on the screen. That's Boukari, and what a fantastic! It's incredible. I mean, I'm just every time we go out somewhere, we've been there before.
Well, loads of times.
But
never
we still gap forever when you look at it and say, wow.
Exactly. Colours of the water are magnificent. That's the Ionian Sea or the southern Strait of Corfu, if you prefer.
Yeah, and and here I'm trying to get that one up to show you quickly. Here it is.
There we go.
That's the Boukari Beach restaurant, and if you want to check that out more, you can go on Facebook at Boukari Beach Restaurant and can see more about this beautiful taverna and restaurant, or go onto their website www.boukaribeach.gr. But it's great, it's fantastic.
It is. Talk about dining by the water's side. You can't get closer than that unless you were actually in it.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the whole thing. You cannot do it.
No.
You cannot look at that. You
It's
cannot
fantastic.
get any closer. But the fascinating thing is, you sit there, you dine, and you look a little bit. You can see the fish in the water.
You can indeed, yes.
It's great just to watch that. The sea urchins, a couple of places. But they're all right. They're beautiful. I like them.
Oh, they're lovely to look at, but don't go wading through them because you could get end up getting bitten. That happened to me in
No, not
Cuba.
bitten. You get stung when you step on it.
That's the one. Yes, I had serious trouble ending up in hospital. My leg blew up and it was incredibly painful. In fact, this doctor who was there for some World Doctors Conference got very excited over my leg. Can't imagine why. And he was taking all these photographs and asked my permission to show these photographs in his medical lectures. Oh, of course I agreed. But I did have to go to hospital, and I have to say the Cuban medical practitioners must be amongst the best in the world. They really are quite impressive, I can tell you.
Definitely. And here I have to say something quickly because I have to say congratulations to Jane Petit because it's their 20th wedding anniversary.
Today?
It must be, yeah, because Claire's just reminding me. She said, don't forget, don't forget. I'm just getting a message
happy
in.
anniversary, Jane and Lee. Hope you have many more 25 years and another 25 on top of that and another 25. And hopefully you'll be able to come to Corfu. I think you said you were going to try and time it with the Spanish Grand Prix. Maybe we can all meet up and watch it somewhere. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, definitely. But enjoy your day. I mean, 20 years, fantastic. See?
It is, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, and then, you know.
You're obviously made for each other. Fantastic.
Yes, definitely. So, guys, I'm just getting so many messages in. Thank you so much for taking part in it. If you have a question regarding this beautiful holiday island of Corfu, don't hesitate. Comment now, live, while we're on air, or send us an email to inbox@StudioKerkyra.com. And we're gonna do our utmost best to answer all our questions. If we don't know, then we're gonna research and we're gonna find the answer for you, or one of our lovely followers, friends, or viewers has that ready, and that's most likely the case.
I think it is actually. Yes. They've been absolutely splendid all throughout Lockdown SK and now Unlocked SK. They really do answer our questions and other people's questions, which is incredible, isn't it?
It's incredible, yeah. I'm getting here great in from John Wright. Hi, John. He's saying, my daily Corfu fix. You make my day.
Oh, bless you.
I called into Steve's Ford shop in Wolverhampton a few years ago.
Right.
He is one nice guy. Yes, he is.
He's one hell of a bloke. He really is indeed. Fantastic.
Yeah, and we miss him dearly. We miss Nikos and Annabelle because it's great, you know.
Absolutely.
If you want to know anything about Corfu.
Anything about anything, they know.
It's yeah, but you know, Nikos being a Corfiot, he is really hooked up with his history and the places and everything. You know, it's incredible.
It is indeed. Yeah.
So, but
Great
here we
people.
go again, and everybody who just logged on to watch us here live from the beautiful holiday island of Corfu. Yes, we are open, and the first tourists are arriving, and fingers crossed you can come to and enjoy this beautiful island from the 15th of July on. And here, what you see, that's Boukari. That's on the east coast, and is such a beautiful fishing village, you can say. Nice apartments, hotels surrounded, but also fantastic tavernas. And anywhere you look on this beautiful island, you're gonna find spots like that, because this island is just so amazing.
It certainly is. The challenge still stands, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. If you come to this island and if you have been here for no more than 10 minutes and you fail to see something beautiful, you can challenge me. I might just buy you a pizza, courtesy of Sol Posto, of course, from Maratica.
Yeah, and that's a great pizza here, but you know what? I still have to go down now to Alex's, because everybody's telling me in St. George South, Alex has a fantastic pizza.
We
don't know
that yet, but we've heard the good stories. We need to. The proof is in the pudding, is in the eating, so we'll have to give that a go, won't we? Give it a whirl, I should say.
Oh, yeah, and give anything a go what is related with food, mate. So it's not a problem.
No, you do surprise me with that one, Thomas.
So it's, hey, that's living, you know. And when you explore an island,
living on the edge, all right. Yes,
yeah, like, come on. That's what this island is so perfect for. It's so versatile. There's so many different areas of interest. It has something for everybody.
Absolutely, it does. And the cuisine is amazing. There's lots of different types of cuisine. Greek cuisine, especially homemade in these tavernas, is fantastic. Many of them are. But there's also a Venetian influence here, there, and everywhere as well, which helps, I think, as well. Pizzas are almost second nature on this island, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, but you know what, when talking with Alex last time, and he didn't know that, and I'm so proud I know that, because I read this article. It's regarding, you know, the Italian influence here.
Right.
Where everybody said you can see also in the food there's an Italian influence.
There is, yes.
And I think it's fantastic. There's a few influences. in here. You got some
absolutely.
English in there, you got some French in there, funny enough,
Yes.
when you look into the cuisine. But the Italian made the biggest impact.
They
So
were here for quite a long time.
For a long time, 400?
Nearly 300 to 400 years,
Yes,
as they
yeah.
were, yes. So, yes, it's continental cuisine, Corfu style.
Yes. And what was so amazing, this article I read, is
Oh, yeah.
about, where the pasta comes from. And
Yes. Yes, I remember
food
you saying.
historians, food professionals,
Interesting.
people, they research food, they research the origin of food, and they are great academics. They found out that the origin of pasta is not Italy.
Ooh.
The origin of
Here we
pasta
go.
is Greece.
Yes, that's
You know,
what we
I
like
could
to
not
hear,
believe-
isn't it? Sorry, our Italian friends. Ciao to all of you lovely Italians. But I don't know whether that's true, but I'm sure it is, and that's quite extraordinary, isn't it?
Was an official report, and that was even published in Italy.
Well, there we go then. Can't be more official than that. That's brilliant. Mind
yeah.
you, the Greek dynasty and civilization preceded the Romans, so, there's common sense, I suppose, logic in that somehow. Yeah, great. But as you'll probably see in every supermarket, one thing that does stand out on all the supermarket shelves, they have a tremendous variety of different types of pasta. Far more than you'd see in many other countries around the world, I'm sure of that.
Oh yeah, all the dishes. I mean, just
Exactly.
Uvezzi is one of those that is used with
what's
pasta.
that
So I'm gonna show you that.
Okay,
I
I've not
can't-
heard of that one. That's a surprise coming
yeah,
up,
I
is
know,
it?
and this is some
Great.
stuff, because since I'm here for the last 8 years, I really indulged in some culinary adventures. You know that.
Culinary adventures.
And
Yes, good
it's
one.
amazing. I like the smells. It's
We're talking about food again.
I know it's crazy, but hey,
Maybe
whatever
we're hungry.
makes us happy.
Well, that's true. Food does make us all
But
happy.
it
That's
is
quite
it
true.
is here. You find there some jams.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah. You just have to go around and try them all. Every taverna has a different take on the main staple or popular dishes. No two tavernas taste quite the same. Everyone's different. That's why you never run out of choice, and you'll never be bored with your food here in Corfu.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
But let's go over to a little bit more serious thing now.
Okay,
It is 9 new cases of coronavirus in Greece today. That's got published by NMRC.
Right.
And is 7 of them, they say it's imported.
Okay, that's highly likely. Just because I do every day on a broadcast, I give you a daily uptake about Greece's figures. Since we last broadcast, which was on Friday, the total number of infected cases now in Greece stands at 3,519. Still, gratefully, the same number, or every death is sad, but at least it hasn't increased at 192. But the extra number of cases since we last broadcast on Friday is an extra 61, I'm afraid to say. But
So since Friday, not
Yeah.
including Friday.
no, not
No,
including
so that's
Friday.
Saturday and Sunday's figures.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, yeah. In Australia, I'm going to mention Australia because they've had a bad one, haven't they? They've had an outbreak in Melbourne, 9 apartment blocks housing a total of 3,000 people. They're under a strict lockdown with armed guards on the door, would you believe? Which is nasty for them. But I'm highlighting it because Australia, up to now, has done quite well. They have a total number of 8,500 cases with 106 fatalities. But a staggeringly high, I thought, 7,421 recovered cases, which makes Australia's recovered cases to total infections a very healthy ratio indeed. Some countries are a little bit not quite like that. Dare I say the United Kingdom, which at the moment is on 318,430 cases with 44,418 sad deaths, but a recovery rate of 43,810. So that would appear there's an awful lot of unrecovered people in the United Kingdom. And
Yeah, but the same we spoke earlier, and you
Yes.
said to me about
I did.
Greece. That's one thing you don't understand. There is more infections. Not that many. It's not saying.
No,
But-
the one thing I don't understand is the number of recovered cases from the official figures reported by Greece has not changed for the last month at 1,464. So I don't know, I'm a bit unsure about that. But deaths are standing at 192. Let's hope they don't have any more. The UK, actually, Thomas, something else happened yesterday in the United Kingdom. Yesterday was the 72nd anniversary of the most amazing National Health Service,
NHS.
which is one of the things that British people hold most dear and cherish to their hearts. They really do. It was founded by Oren Bevan back in 1948. He was a Labour minister and a miner as well. And I think it's one of the most important and significant things in the United Kingdom. To celebrate, the UK government have announced an £8 million package. They're very concerned about the slow recovery of some of these COVID-19 people, and they are worried about mental health. So they have started, the syndrome is called post-viral fatigue syndrome, and it was formed in Leicester, and it's all about providing access to mental health services, community support and tutorials both on phone and online. There's an online portal starting up where you can have one-to-one conversations with healthcare professionals. So it's something that's positive. At least they're recognising there is a long-term health issue here and trying perhaps to get down to do something about it. So that's positive.
No, that's definitely positive. But from the figures on, I think this is all slowed down with releasing the figures. The states are not taking it that serious to submit this to the WHO anymore on time, so they're collecting that in a slower rate. Man, I heard from somebody that the WHO said, the World Health Organization, that they're getting the figures in slower than they did before.
Right,
so
okay.
there could be a couple of discrepancies there.
Indeed.
But hey, let's do as long as we don't have any more death. No, it's a success at the moment, isn't it?
Absolutely. Back to the NHS. Phase 2 is due later on in the summer, and that is a tailored rehabilitation process offering personal assessment. Each programme is expected to run for approximately 12 weeks. The government in the UK are saying that there's tens of thousands of recovered patients are showing long-term symptoms after catching COVID-19. So that includes both hospital-treated people and people at home. And the online portal will enable patients to access tutorials, contact healthcare professionals and track their progress. So, as I say, at least that's a positive development.
That's definitely positive development. Here we go. Nikos, Louvros and Annabelle, Corfu is being bipolar. With the arrival of the first flights from England, the locals are in two minds about it, and I think he's spot on there.
You are spot on. That's what we found in our extensive chats to all sorts of people. There is this dichotomy of thought here. Should they come? Shouldn't come? Is safety or economy? It's a difficult decision. I know the consensus of opinion from most hoteliers and restaurateurs was that let's wait for guidance from the Greek Prime Minister. Well, as you've heard on Unlocked SK, we've had a bit of guidance from the Greek Prime Minister. He's putting a lot of hope, I have to say, on his random testing and his special algorithm.
Yeah, but he's visiting now on the 11th of July. He's gonna visit Corfu, and he's going to different places, including Cassiope.
Is he? Oh, yes, for that.
Eremides, so we're up there. But the funny thing is, if you want to talk to him or you want to get anywhere close to him, you have to have a voucher. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. How on earth would you go about getting one of these
I
vouchers?
have no idea, but that was written in the local news. If anybody with questions about want to get close to him, they have to have a voucher. So there's only selected people getting close to our Prime Minister here, and I think that's a little bit funny in itself.
Mind you, we could offer our services here, couldn't we? He's got the perfect opportunity with our digital platform to not only address us, but all those wonderful Corfu-holics all around the world. We'd love to talk to him, but I doubt as if we'd be lucky enough to do that. But fingers crossed, touch wood, you never know your luck.
You never know your luck, but you know what? There's selected people who gonna be chosen. How? Where? How can you apply? You know, that's so the thing I wanna know.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, who makes this decision? Where can you apply to get the voucher so you can interview, you can talk with the Prime Minister about the concerns? Different institutions here would love to have some answers to their questions which they don't have yet, and one of these is the Environmental Foundation here on Corfu.
Absolutely.
And I think if they're not communicating with them soon, they're gonna have a big problem. They could see if he can even get in to Cassiope on the 11th of July, because they're threatening with big demonstrations.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that's the thing, but somehow it's all gone on deaf ears there. So I don't know, but we're gonna keep you up to date with that. And there's so many other politicians now visiting. And I read one post when somebody said it's quite funny how many politicians are visiting now. You know, before the British arrive, are they scared? Does this have something to do with it? They get these visits out before everything opens up and everybody is coming into this beautiful island.
That may be true. On that very subject, talking about a person that we spoke about on Friday, we like at StudioKerkyra to give everyone a fair right of reply. So it's only fair now that I report to you what Stanley Johnson might have said at his gate when he was caught unexpectedly in central Greece. This is at his holiday home that he's turning into a business to rent out. That's the reason why he came here, so he says. But he said at the gate, without wearing a mask, to a horde of waiting journalists, this is a country that has everything. He went on to say, let's open this air bridge up as quickly as we can. People are longing to get here. How could you not be here? How wonderful it would be for the two governments to come to some arrangement. When he was asked how he managed to get here himself, circumnavigating the laws and regulations currently as they stand, he replied, I'm not going to say whether my actions are correct or not. In any case, what happened, happened. Here I am. Well, that's great, isn't it? I mean, how sad for all the people in England and Scotland and Northern Ireland and Wales and everywhere else, Ireland and everywhere, who have had their holidays cancelled because of COVID-19, and he managed to get here through the back door. I should say he's due to return to the UK on the 10th of July.
Okay, so he has a nice long holiday here, gets his business ready.
Yes,
so,
that was the essential reason for him coming, of course, don't forget.
You will. I mean, we should look for that property on Airbnb or somewhere. This is really for rent. No, seriously.
Well,
I would like to know if anybody out there of our viewers know where this beautiful house for rent, for holiday rent is. I would really, really love to know it. I want to know if it's true he's renting that out.
Indeed.
Or if it's just, being said from him to get that. I don't know, to justify him being here.
Yes, I wouldn't like to comment, but I thought I'd like to share with you what he actually said. So there we are, we've done that, we've given him his right of reply.
Yeah, definitely. Here, Jackie Cherry is saying, getting very black again over St. George South. No. Yeah, we got a little bit, but this is the weather on the mainland. So the mainland experiences at the moment a little bit of rainfall.
It's had a little bit over the last few days, I must say, but just at the moment you'll be very pleased to hear that HQ for StudioKerkyra in Notos, it's sunny and blue sky. Beautiful.
Yeah, and Jennifer Grokok is saying, hi guys, there is a list of hotels, resorts that aren't open.
Oh, that's handy.
Is there? No. Is there a list? Sorry, I just read that wrong again.
There is
Love
actually.
The show.
Bless.
Jenny. So thanks, Jennifer. Is there a list of hotels, resorts that are opening? I don't think so.
Not that we know of, but we are due to speak to someone later on in the next couple of weeks who's most definitely is in the know to do with hotels, and any information we can glean from that person we will surely share with you. So just perhaps hold back a week or two and we might have some answers for you on that one. Somebody asked us on Friday whether a particular hotel was open north of Benitez, the Alios. We haven't gone past that way just yet, but as soon as I do, I'll give you a full report.
Yes, we're gonna, because it's important and nobody was thinking of that. That's quite a good comment. Thank you very much for that one, because it's true.
It is.
We don't know. There is no list. There is nothing available where we say, okay, these hotels are open and these hotels are closed.
No, there isn't. Not that we've come across.
If this is organized a little bit better, they could do that. So tourists know. If you want to book direct, it makes sense. Because looking now through the internet, you must get tired. You have a look. Yeah. And that looks nice. Oh, you get excited. Go on to these pictures, look a little bit, and then you see, oh no, won't be open for the season. Okay, and then you move on to the next one. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a good idea, if you can, to book direct with the villas and apartment complexes. That's always a good one.
Definitely. And here, Lauren Smith is saying, hi from the canal near the Brownston, safely isolated in a metal tube. They're on a barge making holiday.
Oh,
hi,
fabulous.
Laurie.
Hi,
Thanks for
Lorraine.
tuning in. Thanks for watching us. Steve Ford is also writing in. Enumerosi news. Preparations are underway for the Greek Prime Minister to visit Eremides, where work is continuing and the old naval outpost. Official sources say that a list is being drawn up of those who will accompany Mitsotakis and the government team on their visit on Saturday evening.
Okay, thanks for telling us,
Special
Steve.
vouchers will be issued and access will be allowed only to those in possession of a voucher. Police say that this is a safety measure due to coronavirus. And they're posing all them without mask and hugging and huddling there in the pictures everywhere you see. He is walking around in the middle of people and shakes hand with everybody. I mean, come on, and then he is concerned to come. He's concerned about the protesters. Let's face it. Let's just say the truth. They have to stop finding excuses and lie to the public.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, he's worried about the protesters. That's it, because he got a lot of flack and a lot of heat from the Environmental Foundation here on Corfu, officially through the press and through letters and emails sent to him. And it's gonna kick off up there, definitely, because the Corfuites are passionate about the island.
They are indeed, and that, as we keep saying, is a very special, environmentally, ecologically important area. The equivalent in the United Kingdom of an SSSI, Site of Special Scientific Interest. To answer a viewer's question from a few days ago as to who was the New York investors, well, the name is NCH Capital, which are a New York-based investment fund, and they plan to spend about 100 million euros. That's according to a report that was actually published a couple of years back now. Apparently, it's a 180.3 acre plot, would you believe?
Ooh.
And they signed a lease, according to this information. Whether it's true or not, I can't vouch for that, for 23 million euros. Doesn't seem very much to me. And they're supposed to be paying Greece an additional 2.3 million euros if it achieves a specific target, but of course did not indicate the nature of that target. So it's all a bit woolly, isn't it?
It's all a bit woolly, of course it is. But let me go. There's a couple of great stuff coming in. Christopher Damala. Hi, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. He's saying, I know what I would say to Johnson Sr. at his gate. The other word is off. But
Oh, I wonder what the missing word could be there, Chris. Yeah, nice one.
That's a good one. But, he's right. Why not?
Well, the British public must be sick and tired of their elected leaders and their relatives, talk about nepotism, circumnavigating the very laws and rules that they are implementing themselves. I mean, it's just crazy hypocrisy gone mad, in my personal opinion.
I know, but hey, let's see. Does we get this here? I mean, I know what you mean. Discussing that just makes you more angry because it's not fair to everybody else, and especially not to the Greeks.
No.
And ignoring that, in a position.
One thing, Thomas,
in
we've heard from many viewers, especially through lockdown and unlockdown SK, they have holiday homes here, they have second homes here, but they are prevented from coming here to do the very thing that he's managed to circumnavigate and do in central Greece. And no one likes one rule for one and another rule for everybody else. That's hardly a working democracy, is it?
No, exactly, and that's, I think, why so many people are upset with it. I mean, come on, people were looking forward to Steve Ford village tours and everything. He got a second home here, and come on,
Absolutely.
Why is he not allowed over here?
Totally
what he
right.
done for this island,
Exactly.
how he supported this island or what?
Yeah.
He got a reason to
I
come
bet
here.
he's done far more in 1 year than Stanley Johnson has done in his 79 years.
Probably,
There we go.
definitely.
I'll put a bet on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you probably would win that. I mean, Melita is writing in and saying,
Wonder
you
what the
guys...
prize is. Probably a pizza from Sol Posto, from the lovely Nancy and Sebastian.
Yeah, and Melita is writing in and saying,
Hi,
you
Melita.
guys should get hold of some vouchers. Yeah, if we knew
should,
where to
Melita,
get
we'd
them, that
love
would be
to,
great.
Because we would really like to ask the Prime Minister a few polite questions. We'll give him a fair hearing, of course. And every job, like a prime minister or president, is extremely stressful, and there's an awful lot of pressure going on. So I mean, it's not an easy wicket being a prime minister or a leader of any society. So we've got to give the person a little bit of slack, a bit of fair play. But I think there's a few things, ongoing things, that do irritate people. In that interview that I mentioned and quoted from before, it was actually with the Financial Times in London over the weekend. He made a point of saying that he is not only a popularist, but he's also a technocrat. When asked how he can combine the two together at the same time, he didn't really give a specific answer to that, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, a lot of the article was about waffle, and he was forever moaning about the previous government by Alexis Tsipras, as if everything was his fault. Well, not everything was his fault, I'm sure. And, you know, we don't want to talk about politics. It's not my place to discuss Greek politics because I'm not Greek, and frankly, it's not my business. But I do like to see fair play. And I think the article was a little bit biased. Still, let's be fair to the man. He's got a difficult job to do, and obviously he wants to see as many tourists come back to the islands and Greece as a whole, providing, of course, it's safe to do so.
Exactly.
So I do think that if there were an unfortunate number of spikes in cases, he would relook at
He would relook. I mean, he done so well by the beginning, you know, how quick he locked down, how quick he got control of the situation was great. Just to fall now down a little bit. No, I don't think that's the right thing. But let me say hello to a couple of people. Here is von Francis Patricia and Rufus. Yeah, we are coming 22nd now, as we allowed. Great. We hope you're coming here. Vivian is saying, hi Adrian, Thomas and Claire. Hope the guys are buying you ice cream. Lol.
Oh, I wish they would. I love ice cream.
I got Claire today some ice cream. So hey man, lovely, I'm looking after our boss man.
Absolutely. There's a lot of brands of ice cream. You obviously get the big boys here selling ice creams, but you know this island has quite a few smaller, local, handmade ice cream manufacturers, and do you know what? They're just as good as some of the big boys.
Yeah.
So don't be frightened. Check them out in your local supermarket when you're lucky enough to be here. Ice cream, there's always something extra special about ice cream.
We're talking about food again, aren't we?
Well, it wasn't our fault. The idea was popped into our head by one of our wonderful viewers, so, you know, fair enough.
Yo, but it's right. And here Vivian is saying, we can all self-isolate in Boris Johnson's dad's house. And it's good enough for him, you know.
Great idea, Vivian. Fabulous thought, that. Yes. We haven't seen any pictures of it, mind you. It's obviously on a big estate because he's got a gate and he had walked quite a pathway to these waiting journalists. I think they actually caught him off guard because it looked like he'd just come back for a swim. He had a towel casually tossed over his shoulder, I saw. But he was a bit irritated, I thought. And as I say, he wasn't wearing a mask. But never mind. But he was here on important business, of course, to COVID-19 proof his holiday rental. But then another report you read was it's his own personal holiday home. So actually quite what it is, I don't know.
No, that's what I said. I would like to find that somewhere where you can book that.
Good point.
It's just an excuse. He just,
I think so
like
too.
his son, just told a blatant lie. Simple as that.
Yes, well, his son is used to that shenanigans, isn't he? Pinocchio comes to mind with Mr. Johnson Jr.
Yeah. That's
one bit of good news in the United Kingdom. I've been worried sick about all these closing theatres going dark. I mean, theatre and British cultural life is so important, so integral, you know. But the good news, the United Kingdom has finally perhaps changed their minds, and they've announced a massive package to save the arts, as they call it, 1.57 billion for theatres, museums, galleries, heritage sites, music venues and independent cinemas. England's going to get 1.15 billion, of which 880 million are in grants and 270 in repayable loans with, quote, generous terms of repayment. 97 million is going to Scotland, 59 million to Wales and 33 million to Northern Ireland. A further 100 million for the National Cultural Institutions in English and English Heritage Trust, and a further 120 million to restart construction of cultural infrastructure and heritage construction projects in England, which were all paused due to lockdown. So, of course, somebody said, how are they going to decide who gets what and what amount? Apparently, expert independent figures from the sector are going to decide that over the next couple of months. Yes, the government said the money represents the biggest ever one-off investments in UK culture. The Society of, yes, which it probably is true, Society of London Theatre and UK Theatre both said it was hugely welcome. The Arts Council chairman, Sir Nicholas Soroto, said the funding was a very good result, and even Sir Simon Rattle, he of the London Symphony Orchestra, was very pleased indeed. But as some people have pointed out to me, it may have come just too late for the beautiful Southampton Theatre, which sadly closed the other day.
Closed.
Yeah.
And it's shame every time a
it's
theatre closed.
appalling,
It
isn't it?
hurts
So
my heart,
sad.
man.
And mine as well, Thomas, because the theatre
It's-
is so integral to British cultural life. In
Definitely,
my opinion,
definitely.
Of course. I know I'm a little bit biased being an actor, but you know, nothing like being on stage with a live audience.
It's,
That's
what
something.
English theatres are great, man. I worked in a
Absolutely.
few, man.
Fantastic.
And one I really
Yeah.
dearly love
Oh,
is
the
the
same.
the King's
Yes, we
Theatre in
both love that
Southsea. We
theatre
love
in
that two
Southsea.
bits. I mean,
Yes,
what
yes.
a great, and I spent nearly 10 years in there. And
Did you
I
really?
loved it. Yeah, I spent nearly 10 years in
Great.
the King's, man. And I loved
It's a
every
beautiful theatre.
minute. I want to say to the former director, the guy who resurrected this
David Cooper,
fantastic, fantastic
Well done,
theatric,
Mr.
and
Cooper,
David Cooper.
because it's a beautiful theatre. I remember it from the late 90s. I was 1998, 99, not the year 2000. I think 97, 98, 99. I was lucky enough to be on that stage, and it is and was a beautiful theatre. So that's great.
Yeah, and
Let's
he
hope
was
that's all
there. He committed himself. He said he gonna resurrect this theater, to
Right.
its former glory. And
Brilliant.
in 10 years, he did it. Just a little bit over 10 years, he completed his mission, and that theater got completely restored from top to bottom. And I
Fantastic.
saw him personally.
Did you?
Personally working heavy on this theater, physically restoring, physically painting, washing, cleaning, and get everything organized. But there's so many people involved in that one. It was fantastic, but that great, man, great, loving
Yeah,
it.
It's a great theatre.
But let's come back to Corfu quickly, man, before we getting it. And there's a lot of comments coming in. Thanks, guys, for commenting. Tom Gittings is saying, hi, everyone from a sunny westward. Ho, hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom Gittings. Great to have you on board. Last time you were there, we heard from you. It was windy and wet, so I'm very pleased to hear you're being bathed in sunshine.
Bathed in sunshine, yeah, that's good. And we had a little bit of that today here too.
We
And now the
certainly
sun
did.
is coming out,
It
as you
has
see. It's
indeed.
great.
Yes, of course it is. It's always better when the sun shines, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Mind
it's
you,
summer.
even when the sun isn't shining, here on Corfu, miraculously, the sun is always shining because it is just such a beautiful place. And don't forget, it's not just the beauty, the natural beauty, the geological beauty of the island, but it's also the wonderful Corfiot people, who, in my opinion, are extra special when it comes to hospitality.
Oh yeah, they are number one when it comes to hospitality. They really know how to show you a fantastic time without question, man. And that's what's so beautiful here on this beautiful island of Corfu.
Look
But
at that,
you
isn't
know
that
what?
gorgeous?
It's incredible. And while we talk about that, I got a great story here from Lavinia. She was sending in, and I just have to read that out. And Lavinia said, my young English friend swam in Boukari and stepped on a sea urchin.
Ooh.
The chorus of "Oh, bo 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 bo" rang out around
imagine.
Boukari when all the old ladies who were swimming rushed to his assistance.
Great.
He was completely overwhelmed by the care and concern. Dear ladies, I mean,
That's a perfect example of this
exactly.
island and how the people are. Philoxenia, I think, is the word.
Philoxenia, yeah, and it's just this is, you know,
It goes back to
Philoxenia
Homer's
is
days,
part
doesn't it?
of something, but
Yes.
that's something we explore, and we want to talk more about it on
Yes.
our special thing, because it makes this whole thing. I'm not telling too
No,
much.
no,
You know,
no,
I'm
no, no.
tempted to say to you guys, there is something great in store for you, and wow,
working
we're
on
gonna
it.
rock that island. I tell you that.
It will happen. It will happen.
It will happen, definitely. I mean, Richard Zebedee is saying, I miss the sunsets on Corfu, especially Arillas.
Arillas, I know,
Oh.
Richard, you have a soft spot for an Arillas sunset. Hopefully we'll get to see one and show all you lovely people live one day soon. Hopefully we can do that.
Definitely. But you know what I'm going to say again?
I
I know. Guys, you know what? That's, again, all we have time for today, sadly enough. Yes, but you got one more thing, didn't
little
you?
thing I was going to squeeze in. This is only, of course, of interest to those that may have just a casual £3.3 million to spare on a frivolity. Would you believe...
Pocket money you're talking
Pocket
about.
money, yes. But
Yeah.
no, it is exciting, obviously, for the lucky people who have that. But no. The point is that Aston Martin are making a new limited edition of one of their most famous cars. Do you know what that is?
Oh,
It's the DB5.
Oh, 5! No, really?
The iconic car from Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
That fantastic film from 1964, directed by Guy Hamilton. And this is the best bit. It's in silver, and it's complete with some of the optional extras, including flip-top gear stock, revolving number plates, and battering rams, should you need one, front and rear. I don't know about the ejector seat. They didn't say anything about that. Unfortunately, only 28 are being built, and 75% of them have already been sold. So if you want one of those fantastic beauties, you better put your bids in pretty soon. Mind you, as I say, you have to have £3.3 million to spare to buy one. But what an iconic car, Thomas.
Oh, I know, you just made my mouth
Yeah,
watery now. You
exactly.
know?
I got very
this is
excited when I
great.
saw that, yeah. Mind you, it
And
doesn't
what
take
an
much
island to drive then,
get
man.
excited. Well, yes, and DB5, it would almost be at home here, wouldn't it?
I think so, I think so.
Yes. Maybe one day.
But it has been here before through the films, no?
Yes, yes. Do you know, I was
For
lucky
your
enough-
eyes only, he used a DB5, wasn't he?
I don't know about that. I can't remember. But For Eyes Only was definitely filmed here. The Citroen 2CV springs to mind in that film.
Up in Biggie, yeah.
Yeah, trundling through the olive groves. Corfu, in that particular film, also stood in for sunny Spain, would you believe? Quite extraordinary.
Ooh.
Yes. Good film if you haven't seen it. For Your Eyes Only, starring Roger Moore. Filmed almost exclusively on the island of Corfu, I have to say. Well, heavily filmed here. Goritza Bay and the iconic old Citadel fort is clearly in the opening scenes of the film, I do believe. It's a fantastic film.
It's definitely. But, you know, it's so sad, guys. Sorry for that. But, hey, that's all we have time for today. An hour is up again. I know an hour is not enough. But
No,
we
it's
come
flies by,
Monday
doesn't
to
it?
Friday for you and bring you the best this island have to offer. We try to answer all your questions relating to this beautiful holiday island of Corfu. And at the same time, if I missed any of the comments today, I really apologize. I'm gonna look through and I'm gonna put them in for tomorrow. But for today, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking part. Please don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook and other social media sites. And yes, that's all for today. Have a fantastic evening. Enjoy, and I'm gonna see you again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Greek time, 4 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Europe time. So just to get it out. But until then, have a fantastic evening. See you tomorrow. Kali Nichter.
Absolutely. And just for the record, you'll be very pleased to know no butterflies were hurt in the making of this programme. And as always, I'd like to thank you for sharing your time with us, and I hope you stay safe, keep well, and enjoy the rest of the day, and a very good afternoon to you all, wherever you are.